Imagine, if you will, a vessel, a modern ark piercing the velvet blackness of space. It's not made of wood, but of gleaming alloys, all forged in the fires of human ingenuity. Inside, generations of dreams are cradled, carried across the vast, silent ocean between worlds. This ship, it stands as our testament to curiosity, a bold declaration that our cradle, Earth, just couldn't hold our ambitions forever. The travelers aren't just astronauts or scientists, they're families, teachers, farmers, engineers, and artists, the very seeds of a new civilization. They tell stories of Earth, green fields, and blue oceans, to children who have only ever known the sterile confines of the ship. As the months wear on, a new star grows brighter in their view, only it's not a star, it's a planet, Mars, the red planet. A palpable excitement ripples through the ship, a mixture of trepidation and exhilarating anticipation. And then, touchdown. A gentle shudder, a final groan of metal, and then, silence. The first colonists peer out, their eyes wide with a wonder that honestly just transcends words. Our first and most fundamental challenge on Mars, well, it's the very air we breathe, or really the lack of it. The Martian atmosphere is just a whisper, a thin veil of carbon dioxide, less than 1% the density of Earth's. We bring a machine, a marvel of engineering, whimsically named MOXIE, the Mars Oxygen In Situ Resource Utilization Experiment. Inside its golden box, it uses electricity and intense heat, about 800 degrees Celsius, to split the CO2 molecules. The waste product, carbon monoxide, is vented back into the Martian atmosphere while the prize, pure, breathable oxygen, is stored. In the early days, the colonists live within sealed habitats, great domes where the atmosphere is carefully manufactured and recycled. The dream is to scale up this technology, to build vast oxygen farms that work tirelessly, day and night. Ultimately, the grandest vision is terraforming, the idea of transforming the entire planet, thickening its atmosphere and warming its climate until humans could, one day, walk on the surface without a helmet. After air, our next greatest need is water. On a planet that looks, well, like a bone-dry desert, where can we possibly find this elixir of life? The answer, believe it or not, lies hidden, locked away just beneath our feet and at the planet's poles. To get to it, our robotic miners will drill down, heating the frozen ground and capturing the water vapor that sublimates from the ice. This captured water is precious, more valuable than gold. It's piped into the colony's life support systems where it undergoes rigorous filtration and purification. Nothing is wasted, every drop is recycled. The water we use for drinking, for washing, for hygiene, it's collected, treated, and returned to the system. Even the moisture from our breath and sweat condensed from the habitat's air is reclaimed. We live in a closed loop, a miniature water cycle powered by technology. With water and air secured, we must eat. Inside the domes we build hydroponic and aeroponic farms, futuristic gardens where plants grow without soil. Rows of lettuce, tomatoes, potatoes, and soybeans grow in vertical stacks, maximizing our food production in a limited space. This food, it's more than just sustenance, it's a connection to Earth. The taste of a fresh tomato, the crispness of a lettuce leaf, these are powerful sensory reminders of the home we left behind. The greenhouses are not just farms, they're oases of green in a red world, places of tranquility and life. What does a day look like for a citizen of Mars? The morning doesn't begin with a natural sunrise through a window, but with the gentle simulated dawn of the habitat's lighting systems. After a breakfast of colony-grown produce and maybe some synthesized protein, the colonists get started on their work. Everyone has a role, a vital contribution to the collective survival and growth of the settlement. Geologists and surveyors venture out in pressurized rovers, mapping the terrain and searching for valuable resources like ice deposits or mineral veins. Technicians and engineers, they're busy maintaining the colony's lifeblood, life support systems, power generators, and water reclaimers. In the evenings after the day's work is done, people gather in the central commons. This large open space serves as a town square, a dining hall, and a recreation center all at once. Children play in designated areas, their laughter echoing through the dome, a sound of hope and, honestly, normalcy. Colonists might watch movies streamed from Earth, keeping that connection to their past, or they might play sports adapted for lower gravity, creating new forms of recreation unique to Mars. Governance might take the form of a direct democracy or a council of elected representatives, where every decision, from resource allocation to expansion plans, is debated openly. The first children born on Mars will be a new kind of human. They'll know only the red soil, the low gravity, and the thin, pinkish sky. For them, Earth will be almost a mythic place, a beautiful blue star in their night sky. Educating these children is honestly one of the colony's most sacred duties. The Martian classroom will be unlike any on Earth. Lessons in biology will happen in the hydroponics bay, where students learn firsthand about photosynthesis under LED lights and the delicate balance of a closed ecosystem. Chemistry will be about analyzing soil samples and understanding the mechanics of the oxygen generators. Every child will be a budding engineer, a geologist in training, a planetary scientist in the making. Field trips won't be to a local museum, but out onto the planet's surface in a pressurized student rover. Donning smaller, specialized spacesuits, the children will collect their own rock samples. They'll study ancient riverbeds and gaze up at the colossal volcano, Olympus Mons. Their playground is, quite literally, an entire planet. The teachers themselves will be some of the most respected members of the colony. They'll be mentors, guiding the next generation not just in academics, but in the ethics and responsibilities of being a Martian. Ultimately, the goal of Martian education is to raise pioneers. These children will be the ones to lead the expansion of the colony, to build new settlements and perhaps even to venture further out into the solar system. Life on Mars is a triumph of human ingenuity, but it's definitely lived on a knife's edge. The planet is not a welcoming host. Its beauty is matched only by its lethality. The most persistent threat is radiation. Without a thick atmosphere or a global magnetic field like Earth's, Mars is constantly bombarded by galactic cosmic rays and energetic particles from the sun. The environment itself is a formidable adversary. Planet-enveloping dust storms can rage for weeks, blotting out the sun and coating solar panels in a fine layer of red grit. A tiny tear in a spacesuit, a crack in a habitat window, or a malfunction in a life support system is not just a minor inconvenience, it's a life-threatening emergency that requires immediate expert response. Beyond the physical dangers are the psychological ones. The confinement of a habitat, no matter how spacious, can lead to a sense of claustrophobia. The endless red landscape, while majestic, can also feel monotonous and oppressive. To combat these mental health challenges, colonists must have access to robust psychological support, virtual reality systems that can simulate earthly environments, and strong community engagement programs. Furthermore, the low gravity of Mars, about 38% of Earth's, poses long-term physiological risks, such as bone density loss and cardiovascular changes. Colonists have to stick to rigorous daily exercise regimens to counteract these effects. Living on Mars is a constant battle, a daily struggle against the forces of physics, biology, and psychology, a true test of our ultimate resilience. Why do we do it? Why face the immense dangers, the crushing loneliness, and the staggering expense of building a home on another world? The answer is woven into the very fabric of who we are. It's the same impulse that drove our ancestors out of Africa, across continents, and over vast oceans. As long as we remain a single-planet species, our long-term existence is precarious. We're vulnerable to cosmic calamities like an asteroid impact, or self-inflicted disasters that could render our world uninhabitable. A self-sustaining colony on Mars is the ultimate insurance policy. It's a backup drive for our civilization, a guarantee that the collected knowledge, art, and consciousness of humanity won't be extinguished by a single catastrophic event. The endeavor of reaching for Mars changes us here on Earth. The technological innovations required for space colonization in renewable energy, water recycling, food production, and medicine have profound implications for improving life on our own planet. The quest forces us to work together, to transcend national borders and political squabbles in pursuit of a common, inspiring goal. When we look at Earth from the vantage point of another world, our own conflicts and divisions seem small, and the need to protect our precious blue home becomes overwhelmingly clear. In the end, it comes down to that most human of all qualities, wonder. We're a curious species. We look up at the night sky and we ask, are we alone? And what else is out there? The first child to look up at the sky and see Earth not as the ground beneath their feet, but as a bright, distant star, will represent a fundamental shift in human consciousness. We will have become, at last, citizens of the cosmos. And that is a destiny worth striving for.